Hey everyone, so I want to share with you 8 main realizations that are needed in order to overcome chronic pain. So here's the thing. Most people with chronic pain still feel that this is something they will be stuck with for the rest of their lives. I definitely used to believe that as well myself. And actually overcoming chronic pain actually comes by the space that exists between what we currently understand about what we experience and how we can expand the space and connect different ideas to it. So that's why I want to share with you these 8 very important realizations that are needed. And more often than not, there is plenty of room of flexibility in that space of understanding we are going to create, more than we typically imagine. So these tips are here to help you shed some light in that space so you reach your long sought relief even faster. Because the more you open yourself to these ideas, you will find more possibilities opening up for you on how to overcome your chronic pain, whether you do it by yourselves or with a specialist or in any way you choose. Okay, so let's start. Number 1, all pain is always real. Now, I want to be absolutely clear, this is 100% the most important thing. Together with everything else we're going to say, this always holds. All pain is always real, our experiences are real, what we feel is real, and if someone tells you your diagnosis or your experience are not real, then they can, well, you get it, right? So that's the most important thing. Now, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is you have the ability, every human on this planet has the ability, all of us, we have the ability to affect our pain. Okay? Our bodies and minds have the amazing ability to adjust the sensations and signals that come into our awareness. For example, we don't constantly feel our clothes on our skin, even though they constantly touch us, right? And the same way, different things come to our attention according to the importance we unconsciously assign to them. And the same thing happens with pain. This typically happens automatically outside of our control without us realizing it. It just happens, we just notice things. But also, it is something we can learn how to affect by putting our minds to it. So, keep that in mind. Now, let's go to number 3. Number 3, pain happens in the brain. So, what's that about? Yes, pain is always real and still happens in the brain. From a biological point of view, the main reason we can achieve all this control of our experience and our pain is because pain is actually created in the brain. And this is true for all our sensory experiences. Even though we feel them in our body, the experience is created in the brain. So there is, the signal that from physical damage on our body or from touch goes up through our nerves to our spine and gets processed in our brains to create the sensation we feel back on our bodies. So, same with touch, same with pain. It's absolutely similar. Now, number 4. Pain is a signal with a purpose. We typically think as pain as something unpleasant, and we tend to associate it as an indication that something is wrong and we need to take care of it. So, like avoid an activity or go see a doctor or any other specialist if something bothers us. And this is correct. So, pain itself, even though it's unpleasant, is not the problem. Pain notifies us about a problem. Because truly, pain is an unpleasant signal notifying us about perceived danger, the way our minds perceive danger, so we can take action and lead ourselves back to safety. Whether by avoiding something or visiting a specialist. And when we do that, pain typically significantly reduces and sometimes even goes away. So, yeah, that was number 4. Number 5. Emotions and thoughts affect pain. Now, here's what's that about. Has it ever happened to you that when you're afraid or emotionally upset about something, an injury hurts worse, right? It's a very common thing. So, together with signals coming from our physical body, our own thoughts and emotions are significant factors that affect our level of pain. Our brain takes our thoughts and emotions into consideration to decide how much pain it will give us. Because even our own emotional state can signify danger or safety. And actually, it's a bit more than that, because the brain takes into account our thoughts of both past and future. So things that happened in the past, long before our injury, can affect how we feel about an issue now. For example, if similar situations have been harmful to us in the past, and the brain predicts we may find ourselves again there in the future, it will give us a stronger pain signal to warn us about it and protect us. So pain is also both about the past and the future. A common way this emotional connection with pain represents in our culture, in Western cultures typically, is by this conditioned association we have between pain and suffering. And actually, it's important to realize that this is a culturally conditioned association. It's not necessary. Once we realize the separation between pain and suffering, then actually something very interesting happens. The significant part of the emotional load of pain can go away, and then pain reduces too. So, also in terms of emotional healing is a big part of improving chronic conditions like autoimmune conditions, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic fatigue, and fibromyalgia. So keep that in mind, please. Okay. Number 6. I'm running out of one hand fingers here. So number 6 is pain and physical issues on our body, the relation between the two. So we talked about thoughts and emotions. Yes, these affect pain, but can there be pain without physical issue? Or can there be physical issue on our body without pain? Because you see, as we live our lives and grow up, we create again another common association that through our experiences, that pain and body injury are connected. When I injure myself, I feel pain, and if I feel pain, it means I should have injured myself. So, while in many cases this is true, actually it is not always true. And here's the interesting thing. There are many examples in medical literature where there can be some issue in the body structures and people don't feel pain. So this can be disc bulges, labrum tears, small arthritis are typical examples, small degree of arthritis, are typical examples which can be detected in magnetic resonance and other medical imaging technologies, and people just don't feel them. They function normally. So having something on our body doesn't mean we should have pain about it. It's very interesting. And it happens naturally. At the same time, there can be pain without a physical issue present. Irritable bowel syndrome and fibromyalgia are common examples in this area. These are the cases where the biggest part of what we're experiencing comes from the emotional part, the psychological part. Okay, and this can be something that confuses people. The people with fibromyalgia and IBS may think, oh, what is happening to my body? But truly, we have to help the mind process things first. And then symptoms ease by a lot. Now, number 7. Okay, so number 7 is about pain relief. Whether pain relief we can get from various methods can be short-term or long-term or even permanent. Okay, And this is interesting because with the pain management methods and techniques, whether they are medical or holistic, the ones we are used to, the pain relief typically, the effect of pain relief is typically small and lasts only for short term. Whether it's acupuncture, whether it is psychology techniques like CBT, whether it's mindfulness, pills, or other methods, one typically needs repeated applications of the method to keep having a benefit. And this can take a long time. There is a high cost by visiting a specialist again and again, and you need a repeated application. Now, the good news is that with modern mind-body techniques, based on how the human mind works, and these are some of which I apply, within a few visits, someone can have long-lasting pain relief. When I say long-lasting, it depends on the person receiving it, and it can be several years, even to the rest of their life. So they can have long-lasting pain relief that significantly reduces chronic pain and even turns it to zero in many cases. And this relief, as I said, can be really long-term. And just to clarify an issue, yes, these methods still allow you to feel new pain in case your body needs to inform you about something new. So we are not numbing an area, we don't do anything like that. We just say to the body, just put this old pain away, you don't need to feel it, and you don't. So, number 8, and final one, okay? The interaction between relieving chronic pain and health. Health in our bodies, health in our minds. So, relieving chronic pain can have significant benefits to our health, both physical and mental. And at the same time, I should clarify that relieving chronic pain doesn't magically fix a structural issue of the body, like arthritis, for example. However, it can lead to improved function of the body, better alignment of the body, and improved health outcomes in the future. So, for example, people can have additional benefits in better cardiovascular health by being able to move more or by feeling less stress because of the pain. People may need less medication because they don't need medication for pain anymore, or they need it in lower dosages. So then they don't experience the side effects of medication, which typically lead down the, after a long time to new conditions and more medication. So it kind of makes a bad loop, this one, right? And also there is less financial cost coming from all these ongoing health issues or new ones that may appear later in life. So yeah, there are big advantages in our health, in our physical health and financial ones by actually using modern techniques for relieving chronic pain that give long-lasting results in a few sessions. And together with the physical effects, we should include the mental effects, right? The effect of being able to socialize more, feeling more included among friends and family, being able to interact with people, having better professional opportunities, being in a better mental state overall, and avoiding then the mental issues, the medication this need, and the additional cost this brings, and the health issues of the medication. And finally, the most important one, spend more quality time with people we love, people we appreciate and appreciate us, and be able to enjoy our time together. So, all in all, truly resolving chronic pain, and I honestly believe that to the depths of my heart, truly resolving chronic pain with modern approaches that give long-lasting benefit with just a few visits to a specialist can have a great benefit to us and allow us to enjoy more out of life. And the way to do that starts with these 8 important realizations I just outlined. These are it's the first thing I say to people in my sessions. So please, I take some time to consider them, to reflect on them, see how they feel for you. And it's normal if you don't immediately feel you agree with all of them, but see what this brings to you. See what this may bring if you hypothetically agreed to it, and what this may bring if hypothetically you didn't. Just examine the possibilities. That's what I mainly want to say with this video. That's all. Take care, everyone. Bye.